So, look, it's a matter of fact. Many of us feel addicted to our smartphones. You and I have talked about it on this program many times. This is my screen time for this week alone. On average, 7 hours. Now, look, be fair about this. Most of it is, we did an analysis. It's emails, WhatsApps, and it's all sorts of productivity stuff. I might need instead a dumb phone. They've become an important tool for people looking to disconnect for a while. They're called modern Luddites, are taking inspiration from the 19th century textile workers who smashed the looms so that they would work at the mills in England that they were worried would drive down their wages. Gabriela Nguyen is one of their founders of Appstinence, a student organisation that advises people how to wean themselves from their smartphones. We did the test in the office. Everybody was around, I don't look, anywhere between 3 and 7 or 8 hours screen time, but it's not easy to put that down, is it?
Not at all. It's one of those things that's an issue we're having that's seen severely amongst my generation. I'm 24 now, by the way. But it's also one of these issues that are projected for the future. And in particular, I think for corporations
Right.
and advertisers, your main audience. I wouldn't be focusing now, but I'd be looking forward.
So here's the test. How do I gain the benefits of abstinence, but enjoy the fruits as well of modern of my smartphone? Because clearly I've still got to do emails. I've still got to do many, many things that I can only banking that I can only do on my phone. How do I balance it out? Tell me what to do.
Well, the one thing I'd really put a pin on there is the word balance. I think a lot of times when we talk about the word balance, we think that it's measured in time, that if I just spend just the right amount of time, if I just perfectly optimized my system and just have that right amount, then that's the goal that I'm trying to achieve. But what we're seeing here, especially with young people today who just feel like they're totally out of control, that this fight for screen time, either with ourselves or with parents, with children, this idea of balance is not what people think that it is. And the reason is because these technologies are just specifically designed to be addictive. And that's really what abstinence is. It's not saying no to all technology, right? It's saying no to the technology that's specifically designed to be addictive. So that's really a laundry list at this point of technologies. It's like social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, AI companionship services, dating apps, online betting, gambling services. The list goes on because these platforms have become like black holes.
Right, we did a feature on this with the woman who wrote the book How to Break Up with Your Phone. So yeah, I'm very familiar with this concept. But by the same token, that addictive serotonin push also happens with WhatsApp. It also happens with emails. Just looking to check, have I got another email? Is there another message? Does somebody like me? I do wonder how. You see, the other problem is, the 24-year-olds, with respect, you grew up with all of this. It's people in like me, the 60s. I worry that I'm slipping into it all.
Yes, exactly. It's one of those things that it's a balance, of course, and balance in the sense of it's between the technology you use and then what you're actually doing in the real world. And in particular for young people, that's the difficult part. Is if you've built your life around these technologies, then the world that you'd be then stepping into once you say you want to become abstinent is not there because as you know, if you've spent so much time building your life in the real world, that it's there for when you get off of it. But that's the difficulty, having to imagine something you haven't yet gained.
And I'm grateful for your time. Thank you. Let's talk again. Let's not leave it too long because this is fascinating. Thank you very much for taking time tonight.